100% race. When the lights go out, the race will begin. And it is lights out, and James does get off the line well, but Joe coming up on the inside there actually manages to get past James already into T1. We've got the side-by-side cards of the AlphaTauri and the Mercedes there. TXN Sleepy sticking ahead of... Somebody's moved down the order there. Who's moving down the order rapidly? That's Jasper, who's lost out there. That's going to hurt his championship standing, these championship chances. Early on in the race, he's going to have to do a Sebastian Vettel in Brazil and make his way back to the field. That's Malay Novak, who has caught. That's a safety car already. So the safety car already making an appearance here in Singapore. That's given Novak a massive break. Lost a bit of an end plate there. Freaky F1 gets a 5-place grid penalty, or a 5-second grid penalty for a severe collision with Master Freaky F1, immediately retiring from the session as well. That was definitely his fault there, as Master makes a mistake under the safety car as well. We're going to have to check to see if he picked up any penalty as well. So that's, we're going to go through the position changes. So 4 places up for Zero Ben, Barney, Foxtown, Eventful. Let Joe got James on the start there, so his pole position unfortunately meaningless into turn 1. Let Joe will be able to go ahead and lead this race from the safety car restart. We're going to go over now the tires, so both of them on the medium tire on the same strategy, so one will have to undercut the other. TXN Sleepy managing to hold on to his position in P3. Speedmark charging behind. Definitely happy in her place right now, as she's scoring full points over Jasper in the championship standings. 1 point separating the two of them, and Speedmark will score 12 points here today, so it'll be 13 points ahead of Jasper at the end of this as it stands. Master unfortunately losing out of place to Manlight Novak. Manlight Novak moving up through the field here due to the 2 disconnected drivers. The Grim Reaper is retired from the session. That's another safety car, so we're not even going to get a lap of racing. That's unfortunate. So Freaky F1 and Grim Reaper out early on here. This is going to benefit those on the soft tyre maybe. Made up a few places. Eventful still behind Speedmark. That's actually quite a shock to me. Fortunately for Master, didn't make his way past the 2 disconnected drivers. James as well, still down in P13. He's going to be cursing right now, as he definitely has the pace to make his way through the field and hasn't had the opportunity to do so yet. That's another 3 laps taken out of this session. Plenty of time to make up the places, but the more laps that are taken out, the less opportunity, the less time that James has to make up these places. Speedmark and Eventful into the pits then. We're going to stick on board with Speedmark. A good Mercedes pit stop there then. That's the first. Got the AI drivers also coming into the pits, but we'll pay no mind to them, as they will be disqualified from the session at the end. So just be aware, the AI drivers will not count in the standings. So if they do finish further up, then the standings won't count unless they complete 90% of the race, as Barney does rejoin the session here, so he may be able to get back into it by the end of the safety car. I mean, done 6 laps on the medium tyre, and they've not really used much of it either, so it can go much longer than it was intended to go. It does say here that the medium can go 12 laps and then a further 19 on the hard. I will say that it is more than likely that, you know, not paying attention, misjudged the pace of the car ahead. Speaking of pace, that's up to Foxtown set. What's happened to Joe though? He's gone down the order. What's happened? He's lost his front wing. He's been TXN Sleepy as well into the pits. What has happened between these two? Not paying attention at the start. Foxtown up into first. We've got a sector 1 yellow, but no safety car this time. Z-Robin up into P2. Another sector 1 yellow there. Jasper up into P3 now. This is going well for his championship standings. Currently scoring 15 points. Speedmark only scoring the 2. Going to put Jasper back in the lead of the championship. EG Infinity makes his way past the Red Bull driver, who is struggling as Barney also coming up on the inside of the Red Bull. He's going to keep on moving down the order here. Man like Novak. Jasper absolutely getting mugged here. What is going on? Jasper has moved. That's all that has happened there. Eventful and James have come together. Eventful getting away. James getting away with no damage whatsoever. What has happened though there? Virtual safety car. It's another one to those drivers that have said, I love this league already. Well, You might want to retract that statement. That's 3 safety cars in the last 3 racing laps. Understandable. Just know that we will be pruning those drivers that have caused these incidents as the green flag is waved. Safety car back in and well, sector 3 yellow already as well. That's the Ferrari of Eventful, who has retired from the session. Fortunately, just under the bridge as well. That's a tricky spot. Safety car right now, and that would help her out very much. Starting to see some gaps here between all the drivers, about 2.5 seconds between quite a few of them. That's Jasper to James, Joe to Jasper, Zero Ben behind him, Foxtown 1.5 seconds off Zero Ben as well. Get interesting, both of them on the hard tyre. Foxtown unfortunately got undercut by Zero Ben. Zero Ben now in the lead of this race. Completely unexpected. Foxtown definitely going to be kicking himself right now. Zero Ben. Going back my statement in my face about the hard tyre not being the right choice. Jasper, what has happened there? Jasper coming into the pits then. 14 laps done on the medium tyre, and that is the hards out for the Red Bull team. So off they go. Mediums off. Hards on the way the Red Bull driver gets. DXN Sleepy into the pits as well, the sister team of Red Bull. Been a great race so far. A bit of a slow start in terms of the safety cars and stuff. We've had 2 safety cars, 1 virtual safety car. I think it was 2 virtual safety. No, 1 virtual safety. We're on lap 16 now, so we're just over halfway. Joe all over the back of James here. P1 and P2 battling it out. They started P1 and P2. I mean the front row of the grid. Now battling out for P2 as they go side by side, and oh, Joe gets awfully close to the wall there. James being harsh but fair. Or firm but fair, should I say. In that Zero Ben picking up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That, you know, if you don't do so well in your first race, you would immediately want to leave. So I do appreciate those that do stick around after joining. I know it could feel like sometimes, oh, that guy's a dirty driver or this or that, but it is Singapore. It is a hard track. People are under a lot of pressure, and I do appreciate those that have stuck around in CCR after joining today. DNFing as well. Penalties, let's go to them. Jasper potentially will get 3rd place here. This has hurt Speed Mark tremendously. Also, Foxtown has that 3-second penalty as well. That means that Joe is going to finish first. In his first race for CCR, Joe is going to finish first. Qualified in 2nd. Obviously, as I said at the beginning of the race, it ain't over until the fat lady sings. But, well, Joe in a very comfortable position right now. Infinite picks up a 3-second time penalty. That all but seals the deal in terms of Jasper picking up this podium place. It's got to hurt Speed Mark. Speed Mark finishing in P6. 8 points compared to Jasper's 15 that he will get. Jasper will take the lead of the championship by 6 points, for those of you that are wondering. Out of the 5 viewers in the session. So here we go then. Final lap of the race. Joe could potentially overtake Foxtown on the final lap. Just for reference, I know that Foxtown is on those old hard tyres, and Joe did pit for these softs later on in the race, and this is why he's able to claw back this gap so quickly. Foxtown doing well on the pace though to stay ahead here. It was 1.2 seconds. It remains 1.2 seconds after the first sector. It's right down to the wire here between these two on track. Joe again gets that corner exactly right. You can see Foxtown struggling now. 0.9 of a second, 0.8 of a second. And they're actually coming up to a DRS zone here. And I know that Joe, any driver, would like to finish the race in P1 on track, even if, you know, the deal is sealed. Already got it in terms of penalties. Here comes Joe then. He's even potentially try a late dive bomb. Does not. Gets very close to the back of that Ferrari though. He's got one more DRS zone left, but that is unfortunately on the DRS straight. Not really much opportunity for overtaking here. He's going to have to pressure Foxtown all the way to the line to make a mistake. And he kind of does there. Foxtown getting a bit out of shape. The back end complaining on that Ferrari, that SF. That SF, I forget what it is actually. 90, is it SF90? SF1000? SF1000, isn't it? The 2020 car. But he does cross the line. Foxtown crosses the line, finishes the race, but it's Joe who wins round 15 of the S1 division. Congratulations for the debut driver, pulling off somewhat of a Max Verstappen there. EG Infinite finishing in third. Foxtown finishing in second. Infinite though, with those 15 seconds of time penalties. Unfortunately, that's what's going to be the killer at the end of the day for Infinite. Good drive from him, but just not respecting the track limits, and well, that's going to hurt. This is going to go P3 to Jasper, who's had an incredible drive. What? How many positions was that for Jasper then? Let's go over that again. So position changes. Joe making up a place. He did that on the start as well over James. James missing out on the race, really. DNFing. He had trouble in the beginning finishing or starting the race on the front row. Yeah, Foxtown finishing first on track, managing to pick up 10 places as well, so no easy feat for any driver. I'd give driver of the day to Joe though, because of it being his debut drive and finishing first place. See Robin, good return to CCR from him, and had a little bit of shaky moments though in terms of positional awareness as usual. I think he's definitely got to. Very good job from him for picking up P5 there. Speed mark unfortunately loses the lead of the Drivers' Championship. She's now in second by 7 points to Jasper.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground.
Hey, so I'd like to thank everybody for watching here today. We do stream Mondays and Saturdays now. It used to be Mondays, Fridays and Saturdays, but well, the seasons are ending and the new game is coming out, so every Monday, every Saturday we have a stream. Saturdays 7 PM, Mondays 8 PM. The Mondays are our ranked division. Very close to